Hello?
Hello?
Hey.
Alright, that was weird. I think we started though. So, how are you guys doing? I'm for those watching, I'm programmatic, and I am commentating for dahlukeh versus TGH in round 2 of the Any Tournament.
Hey.
So, how do you guys feel about this race?
I'm looking forward to, giving it my best. I'm not too confident in my chances of winning, but you never know, and hopefully I'll get close to my PB and put up a good race. Basically it.
Yeah.
I feel the same way. It's just, even though it is a race against somebody else, it's still an individual effort, and looking to put forth the best run I possibly can and see what happens. Best of luck to Luke.
Yeah, you too.
Well, while there is a somewhat sizable gap between you two, you've still gotten very consistent in your times lately. So, like, even if we do see like one of you go for maybe harder strats than the other, hopefully the race does come down to both of you getting good times
Yeah, I'm
with
hoping.
respect to your own PBs.
Yeah, I'm hoping some of the viewers get to see some of the crazier strats. The sub 30 runners go for. That'll be a good chance to compare them to other runners as well. So.
All right, so our runners have set up their file names, so they'll be beginning in just a moment. All right, so we've just we've lost contact with TGH for a moment, but we should be starting in just a moment. You may not have gotten the message that it's time to start. All right, TGH is back, so we're gonna start in just a moment. You should be ready to go. Just some technical difficulties. All right, and we're off. Both of them very synchronized start in real time. It's nice. Of course, we do base times off of in-game times, so any time they spend in menus doesn't really matter. That said, hopefully they don't dawdle too long in the menus, or else they'll start to desynchronize in real time. All right, similar times in prologue. He just maybe like half a second or so. Not too much of a difference happens in prologue, since it is a very basic chapter. Just lots of bunny hops and stuff like that. Ooh, dahlukeh just bonked his head on the first room of City. City has a lot of spots where it won't kill you, but it can be kind of annoying when you bump into corners that you don't expect. It's an easy chapter, but there's lots of things that can slow you down. Ooh, TGH. Neutral jumping up that wall. Great save. That is going to put dahlukeh ahead for a moment. Ooh, but dahlukeh has to go back to that swing. Lots of small errors in City this time around. Oh no! dahlukeh doesn't grab the wall. Oh no, TGH doesn't get onto the block. He's going for that ultra, but not getting it. Okay, opts for the normal strat now. TGH is having a lot of issues. I don't know if he's going for strats he doesn't usually go for, or if he just feels that he can take more risks since... I mean, like, with the risks he's taking, they're pretty much equal. Maybe he's just trying to make it a fair match. TGH getting that corner jump. dahlukeh going a little slower up that wall. Getting that corner jump is really tight though, so not too surprising dahlukeh didn't go for it. Alright, now for Old Site. Probably the most movement-centric of the chapters. Not necessarily one of the hardest though. But if you do want to beat this chapter in under 2 minutes, you have to go very quickly, and there are lots of things that can slow you down even if they don't kill you. The Teach taking a death in that early room. Though going quite a bit faster in that one room causes him to catch up. Oh, and dahlukeh not getting that ultra either. So even though Tej died a few minutes early in the chapter, the fact that he does have faster strats is keeping him in line. Ooh, and dahlukeh doesn't even grab that corner, just goes straight for it. Ooh, dahlukeh just dashes straight up instead of using that dash to go between the battlements. That was a little risky, but he got out fine. And just barely managing to fall past those spikes. It really looked like he was going to hit those. Okay, now TGH in Awake, which is the most technical part, the most movement-based part of Old Site. Lots of corners that can really mess you up, as well as these springs, which hurt you more than they help you. They both get very good old sights. dahlukeh with that may even be an IL personal best for him. A 155 is very fast. Alright, and now for one of the hardest chapters in the game, only chapter 3, and it's already a huge spike in difficulty. Thanks to a fairly new strat near the end of this chapter, though, a lot of time has been shaved off in the run. So, and I think both runners will be going for it when they get to it. So we'll be seeing that in a few minutes. dahlukeh getting the fast strat in that long room. That's a pretty tight strat. DGH, of course, going for all of the fastest strat. He is the #1 runner after all. That said, I think it is fair to say that dahlukeh will be up with some of the best eventually, because he is fairly high up on the leaderboard and he's been rising quite quickly. Like it's not on the leaderboard because it wasn't recorded, but he recently got 3311 after previously having not even a sub 34 PB. So he is improving very quickly and probably be a sub 33 runner very soon. Having a little trouble in the mess room. Very movement based, and a lot of corners there can screw you up. Gonna have to walk to Oshiro to make sure he doesn't accidentally retry, because when Oshiro is moving left and right, it's very easy to accidentally retry in that room because you end up not talking to him. And then since the retry button is in the same spot as the skip cutscene button, if you don't talk to him and then you quickly do the input for skipping the cutscene, you end up killing yourself instead, and it costs a ton of time. Ooh. A little trouble getting up that staircase of bucks. TGH getting that books button before 220, which is very fast. Should be seeing dahlukeh get it, hopefully before 230 though. Right at 230. Very well done. Alright, TGH gets the fast cycle in that last room of laundry. I'm not sure if we're going to see dahlukeh go for it. He has only recently picked up this strat, so he might opt for the safer option. He's going. Oh, he dashes a little too early. Gonna have to go for the slower cycle now. Ooh, dahlukeh doesn't quite get to that corner. Gonna have to take the spring, cost him a second or so. Alright, well, both runners have been getting pretty good times in Resort so far. A lot can change if they have trouble with this demo dash, though. TGH gets a second try, though. Still an 8 or so second gain over taking the slower route. Oh. Ooh, dahlukeh unsure of the death cycle for this room. Taking it a little bit safe. First try demo dash for dahlukeh. He's gotten very consistent with that strat. Take this room a little slowly, just to be safe. TJH, meanwhile, is soaring through the Oshiro fight. Ooh, dahlukeh, I think he meant to dash forward, but accidentally dashed diagonally instead. Ooh. TGH not getting the Yoshiro cycle he was expecting. Almost dying to it. Gonna take this last few parts safe. That's fair. The last room of Oshiro can be extremely punishing even if you just die once. Since for a lot of runners the death cycle in that room is significantly harder than doing it on your first try. Ooh. Alright, dahlukeh doing the same, having a little trouble with Oshiro, so gonna take a safer cycle. Alright, 505 is a very good time for resort. Siege skipping that breakable block by going under it. Ooh, dahlukeh not quite getting momentum from that ultra after Granny. TGH getting that ultra off the block. We might see dahlukeh go for that depending on how confident he's feeling. Oh, dahlukeh dies in this room. Not too bad. Yeah, no fancy strats for that second auto-scroller room. You just have to do it the normal way. Looks like dahlukeh is going for the ultra. Oh, and he gets it. Just barely. Slight time save there. It is quite a risky strat, though. I do know dahlukeh loves those risky strats. He goes for them all the time. TGH almost done with Ridge. Just has to quickly get through these rooms so he doesn't get hit by the snowballs. TGH finishes Ridge with a very fast 244. Ooh, dahlukeh gets that ultra. Gonna dash up so he doesn't get hit by that snowball. Oh, he goes a little too low there. This isn't too bad of a room to die in, though. Doesn't quite get the ultra off of that snowball. Alright, so TGH is coming up on a fairly difficult but not too risky strat. The yeet. Let's see if he gets this corner boost. He doesn't quite get it. You don't really lose any time if you don't make that, as long as you get to the end of the room with it. Though it is very flashy if you pull it off. Ooh. dahlukeh's dash jump got turned into a hyper somehow, and he ended up going too low there. Alright, TGH coming to part 2 of Temple. After this stream, he's going to have to face off against many of those Seeker monsters, so he can use them to his advantage to get through most of these rooms. Alright, now dahlukeh is going for the yeet. He doesn't get the corner boost either, unfortunately. Ooh, dahlukeh dies in the long room. He might have to go for a slower cycle now. Oh, that was a good backup from dahlukeh. Pausing on that in that bubble to make sure he doesn't hit those moving spikes. Alright, so dahlukeh starts this section of Temple as TGH finishes it. Oops, accidentally takes the bubble in the wrong direction there. A nice corner boost from dahlukeh. GH getting all of these ultra dashes using Theo to his advantage. Ooh, and dahlukeh decides to wait for the explosion to hit that switch. Sometimes you can even just hit the Seeker right into the switch to activate it early. Just gonna bump that Seeker and get it out of the way. Doesn't quite get that wall boost, but a good Seeker gauntlet for dahlukeh. Meanwhile, TGH is almost done with Temple. Just has to get through this last room. Ooh. Alright. Well done. 409 is very fast. dahlukeh is also doing quite well here. Who gets that corner boost before Theo? That always feels nice. Ooh, that drops Theo there. Oh, nice backup for dahlukeh. Oh. That was an interesting approach to bonking that Seeker in Temple. Oh, I don't think that's what dahlukeh wanted to do. He might have to take this room a little slow. Oh, and drops Theo there and grabs the wall instead. Okay, it doesn't lose too much time to the eyeball room. 446 is a very good time for him. Ooh. Alright, uses the bubble to get his dash back. It's a good backup for when you don't quite reach that feather. dahlukeh is going to try like skip. Okay, second try. About breaks even with the normal method, or the slower method. Ooh, TGH dies at that last ravine. That's one of the most costly deaths in Reflection as well. He does fast fall through it, which makes it a little riskier. But he's usually quite consistent with that strat. And in the water room too. I know there are a lot of people who don't like this room because of how hard it is to control underwater. Ooh! TGH trying to do some swag in that long room before Battle and ends up dying for it. Not going to take his chances this time around. Okay, I don't think dahlukeh has died in Reflection yet, but he has had a lot of small stumbles which have costed him a fair amount of time. Not getting a bumper boost in this room, so it'll take a slightly slower route through it. PGH doing the ultra shot in that room, doesn't even need the feather. Oh, dahlukeh gets cornered in that room. Alright, now if dahlukeh gets to this ravine on his first try, he'll have gained a little bit of time. Okay. Meanwhile, TGH is almost at part 2 of battling. Okay, launches himself straight into her face. TGH is in the last room of Reflection, which is also one of the hardest. No problem for him though. dahlukeh does that ultra shot as well. I think he just recently picked that one up. He has been learning some new battling strats lately. Alright, TGH is 604. I think dahlukeh could potentially sub 630 this. Now we have TGH at the last chapter, taking advantage of his double dash. Ooh. Small death from dahlukeh. The guy cutting some corners with some tight diagonal dashes in the second to last room of battling. And getting the ultra dash at the very end of battling as well. Ooh. Get it twice, he doesn't get that wall boost. It's unfortunate. Though he is going to get a sub 630 time, which is very good. Alright, both players are now on Summit. Getting fairly close to finishing these runs. Ooh, TJH dies in this room. This cycle isn't too difficult though. dahlukeh grabs the block early. Oh, alright. He even gets that strat. I'm not sure I've seen him do that one before. TJH not landing on that platform to make sure that he holds onto this strawberry as long as possible. Ah, and there it goes. Ooh, TGH doesn't quite land on the corner of that platform. Fairly long death in that room. I know, dahlukeh is having a little trouble with this room. Not going to opt for the fast cycle here, since that is a very tight strat. Having no trouble with the ultra room. Alright, so now we now have IGT sync, so these are exactly where the players are at precisely the same time. Oh, dahlukeh doesn't dash along that corner, so has to go back for the crystal. TGH messes up his first attempt at door skip. dahlukeh gets that double wall boost. Alright, so... Ooh, okay. He's alright. 2000 has been going pretty smoothly for dahlukeh. TJH is now in the final segment of Summit, 3,000 meters. Oh, dahlukeh goes high there. Going to reset the cycle or try and... Oh, okay, that's a good dash tap for that room. Oh, dahlukeh having a little trouble with getting through that small gap. Oh no, and he dies on his first door skip attempt. Alright, TJ just almost finished with the run. Alright, so dahlukeh is maybe on PB pace? I'm not sure. I think he's on pace to beat his fastest recorded run at least. He just needs to get nearly perfect execution in Summit, which is quite a bit to ask for, but he has been very consistent with this chapter. Oh. Oh, he doesn't get his dash back from that reverse super. That's unfortunate. Oh, and he doesn't get his dash back from that extended hyper either. Those two tests might have killed his PB pace, but we'll see. This is still definitely by far an above average run for dahlukeh. Alright, so this is actually a very close call. He can potentially get a sub 3330 if he gets to these last few flags. Goes for that risky wall boost too. Okay. That's a backup. I think he could have just jumped over that, but he wasn't sure. Going to be a close call. I think he's got it though. All right, and I think that's a new recorded PB at least for dahlukeh. A very good run. Both runners did very well in this first round, but round one is going to go to TGH. So yeah, that actually was a new recorded PB for dahlukeh. Before it was a 33:29, and he beat that by about 6 seconds. All right, so both runners are ready. We'll be starting round two in just a moment. All right, and TGH is off. dahlukeh was to be starting in just a few seconds. And there he goes. Oh, dahlukeh, having a little trouble at the start of prologue. Neutral jumps his way around that corner. Alright, so far TGH... Oh no, dahlukeh dies in that corner. TGH did kind of have a rough city last run. Probably his biggest time loss of the run. Is going smoother than last time this time around. Both runners seem to be doing better than yesterday's, or not yesterday's, previous race in City. Going very smoothly. Oh no! dahlukeh makes the same mistake he made last time. Forget what I said. He's having an equal amount of trouble this time around, unfortunately. Uh, 117 isn't a bad time. For a few errors at the start, that's pretty good. TGH also having the smoothest start to Old Site. A small death from dahlukeh there. That is a fairly common one. If you dash too soon after the wave dash there, you can bunk your head on the ceiling, and it usually ends up causing you to hit those spikes. Only about a second loss to that death though. It's a very small one. Like I said, usually a death in Old Site doesn't cost you much, but oh no, he goes for that strat again, but doesn't quite get through. He messes up again, but has a backup. Oh, he overextends that hyper and doesn't get distance from it. Oh, he does it again! This is an unfortunate Old Site for dahlukeh. This game that doesn't want to give him the hypers this time around. I think that was 3 overextended hypers in a row. Alright, synced up again. Unfortunately, dahlukeh did lose a lot of time. That was almost a whole 15 seconds difference from last run. Or more than 15, in fact. That was about 17 seconds lost. Sub 150 to the boxes button. This is very good for TGH. Oh, slight stumble there. And dahlukeh having a little trouble in the mess room again. Not getting the extended hypers he wants to. Alright, dahlukeh gets to the boxes button before 2 minutes, which is a good start. We'll see if he can make up some of the time that he lost to old sight by getting faster strats here. The first try demo dash from TGH. Alright, dahlukeh, just another try at this fast cycle strat. Oh, he goes a little too fast. He attempts to do the wall boost to get an even faster cycle, but ends up timing it a little off. Because you have the option of either going under or over that last dust bunny. And there is a faster strat that allows you to go under it, even though it's safer just to try to go over. But when he gets cornered in the key room as well, that's unfortunate. Oh. Ashiro seems to be going much more smoothly for TGH this time. For 27 is a good time. And second try demo dash for dahlukeh. Got it first try last time, but it's only about a 2 or so second difference. And Shiro goes well for dahlukeh as well. Gets another 505, in fact. That's the exact same time he had last run, which is a good time. Oh, TGH goes a little too far with that hyper. It's a backup strat there. Oh, dahlukeh doesn't get that second wall boost. Let's see if he can get this ultra twice in a row. Oh no, oh no. He loses all his momentum at the ultra, which is more or less random. Like if you're at the exact right height for that to happen, it can mess you up. Oh, that was a little close. He nearly died in that second auto skull. I just barely got enough height from the up dash. Alright, this is Teja's second chance at the yeet. Gets the corner boost, and he makes it. Alright, 313 isn't too bad, but it is slower than the time we got last run. Dying in that first auto-scroller room was quite costly. Doesn't get quite the yeet on a second try either. It's a very difficult strat, but like I said, it doesn't really cost anything to do it wrong, as long as you do make it to the end of the room. Alright, and dahlukeh lost a lot of time in this room last run, so if he gets through here without a problem, that'll be a good start. Alright, that's good. Alright, so it looks like TJH's lead over dahlukeh is smaller this time than it was in last race. Pretty sure TGH was near the end of Temple when dahlukeh started unraveling. That said, it still is a fairly sizable lead. Oh, hits the front of that seeker instead of the top of it. Okay. Just the strat perfectly second time, though. One of the advantages of the strat that dahlukeh does versus the one TGH does is that you can't really do a death strat for TJ's version if you get it wrong the first time. But with dahlukeh's version, it does work on death. Oh, dahlukeh accidentally jumps over that seeker. It's a little bit harder to get it when it comes back, but he did get it that time. Oh. Oh no, oh no, oh no! He messed up the Theo Ultra and the seeker caught up to him. It does look like dahlukeh is going to save quite a bit of time in this temple, though. A 450 versus a 505, so that's a big save. Another second try like skip. Oh, hits that wall at the end. Doesn't kill him though. TJH is already in battling. Although Luke is at the very start of Reflection. TJH's run is definitely better than last time, but Luke's is about the same. Luke can definitely still potentially PB this. I think the Luke's Reflection is going better than last time. It's save a decent amount of time here if battling goes well. Oh, that was a little bit of a questionable bumper bounce, but it doesn't mess him up. TJH is now finishing Reflection, and dahlukeh is at the start of battling. So the race is going about the same as it did last time now. Oh, very good fast strat from dahlukeh. Oh, drops a little too low there. That's a very small death. He doesn't get the extended hyper he needs for that ultra. Oh, that was questionable. Look at getting away with a few minor errors in Reflection. Still on sub 630 pace though. Okay, so this is definitely a good reflection for dahlukeh. Better than last ones, it seems. The ascent was also very good. $6.19. I think that's an ILPB reflection for dahlukeh. And I think he's even on better pace than he was last run, so he could get 2 PBs in one race, which would be great. I think dahlukeh may have messed up a Dream Hyper there, but thankfully the respawn point is right there. So he loses a very small amount of time. Ooh, TJ falls a little, trying to get up to that spring. Alright, saves out. I think you might have to go for a death cycle here. Alright, that's a good death cycle. Some not too bad so far for dahlukeh, only a few small deaths. And TGH meanwhile is at downdraft in 3,000 meters. Oh, goes for that, those corner boosts. That's a really crazy strat. dahlukeh is at the dreaded snowball room of 2000. He's fine. TGH, I think, is on sub 30 pace this time around. If so, I'm pretty sure that'll be the fastest time in the tournament so far. Okay, this room giving dahlukeh no trouble this time. $29.34. That is an excellent time for TGH. Oh, okay. Oh no. That's unfortunate. A few seconds lost. Not nearly as bad as dying to that part, so at least he saved it. I don't believe he can PB a second time now, though, unfortunately, due to a few small errors at other parts in the run. If he gets a really good 3000, you might be able to do it, though. We'll see. Room's giving him trouble again. Oh, he overextends the wall boost. Okay. Fortunately, that flag is not being nice to him in either of these races. Oh, and I just realized only 6 deaths from TGH, which is a significant drop from last time. This is actually going to be very close. dahlukeh can potentially PB this. Okay. Oh no! That flag 3 might have cost it. Unfortunately, not another PB, but very close to it. Those 2 very good runs from dahlukeh. Just showing how consistent he is with the run. Hello.
Hello.
Hi. Those are both very good runs. I believe that
Oh,
was
wow.
your first. That was our PB for recorded runs, at least.
Yeah. Both of them were better than my PB, which,
Yeah, and the race you just had was very close to PBing, at least by a little bit.
Yeah. I think the flag free.
The flag 3 choke, yeah, that was unfortunate.
But hey, also congrats, Teej. 29:34 is nothing to be.
29:34 is, I think, the best time we've had in the tournament so far.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, it was a lot better than the first one, that's for sure.
Yeah, the first one was just a warm up.
Yeah, GG dahlukeh. That was great races, dude.
Yeah, thanks, man.
So, since you won that race, do we know who you're up against next race?
I am not certain.
I
Let me
don't think
see.
they're decided yet.
So you're going to be up against Ultra Marlin or Chai Kitty, whoever wins that round. So I'm sure that'll be a very close race between the two of them. They're fairly close together on the leaderboard.
Yeah, for sure. Those both those names are like two upcoming stars and two imminent giants in the game for sure.
Yeah.
So I'm looking forward to a battle with either one of those two. That should be a great race too between them. Like
Yeah, I think they're pretty close.
That's definitely going to be one that you won't want to miss.
Yeah, for sure.
So with 2 sub 3330s, do you think you'll be able to get another sub 3311 fairly soon?
Honestly, yeah, like that run I didn't feel was particularly special. Like I made a lot of mistakes, especially in old site was very bad. But yeah, just gotta keep on running.
Was in both runs actually. It was kind of hard to tell that you were on PB pace until you finished reflection.
Yeah.
And then you just realize you're actually on really good pace.
Yeah, I tend to do a lot better in the later chapters, as you can probably tell from that. But like obviously just got to get consistency of the early ones down, and then I'm sure I'll be able to hopefully get a sub 33 or something. So
All right. So do you two have anything else to say before we wrap up the run?
no, not really. Just thanks for the race, Tej, and thank you for commentating programmatic.
No problem.
What was your time in the second race? I actually I didn't even see it.
33:27. So I think it was about 4 seconds slower than
It was
the
about
previous one.
2 seconds slower than the first
2
race.
seconds? There you go.
Yeah.
You're due for a huge PB, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's coming.
Yeah, for sure.
But yeah, you're totally right about late chapters being important and like I think you're definitely on the right track.
Yeah. Like I've definitely practiced them a lot more than the early ones, and it's kind of coming to bite me a bit. But honestly, like I think they are the important ones. So cool.
All right. So I think we're good to go. We'll have a few more races. I think this is the last race of today, though. Next Celeste race will be the next scheduled Celeste race, at least. I'm not sure if others will be scheduled for earlier next week, but next Friday we'll have Star Cruncher versus Black Pear at 3 p.m. EDT, and then Chai Kitty versus Ultra Marlin, which will decide TGH's opponent in round 3. So I hope you look forward to those races as well. And good luck to all the runners. I'll see you guys later.